Alright, so this is Evicted. And Tree Trunks was back. That was cool. she had no lines or anything, but it's like, where'd she come from? There she was, but okay, so that happened. And this has a character, the vampire queen, named, was it because with an M?
Marceline.
Marceline. And, I think the first girl character not a princess in this, actually. Yeah. I actually thought that might be the running joke that every girl was going to be a princess, like, because that's just how he... I just had this assumption that the whole world is, like, how he... Whatever, after the apocalypse, whatever, like, he just made up his fantasy world, like, sort of how... of adventure, fun, and video games, and that's just sort of how he saw all girls, like, at that age. So it's like, that was just his perception. Yeah, so... they live, they got their house there, Finn and Jake, and, how do you say it again?
Marceline.
Marceline comes in, and, says that pretty much my house, kicks him out. They go looking for another place, they find a cave. She takes that too, because she apparently claimed that, and they have a fight, and she's like, hey, that fight was fun, take your old place back, and, oh no, yeah, and there's worms, little worms. And the king worm hypnotizes them to give hugs. Like that. Never touch me again. And that is the episode. What is the show... Okay, so destroying old people and worms. I'm noticing a lot of worms in this show. Like, you notice that, like, when he gets bundled up in the sleeping bag, he looks like a worm. There's always worms crawling on site. Even in that, the Heart episode with the Bubblegum character, when she was tied up, she looked like a worm. Like, everything looks like a worm. The snail is like a worm with a shell. I don't get what the obsession is with worms.
Honestly, I don't know.
Okay, well, that's a great up there. So, but yeah, good, Marceline character is fun. I mean, she just seems sort of like a laid-back rocker chick, just sort of does whatever she wants. And it's sort of like, I don't want to say like a goth version of Finn, but sort of like, I don't know, maybe a more aggressive version of Finn. Like, she will kick people out just to sort of do whatever she wants, where Finn will sort of like want to help, but do it in whatever way he wants.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I thought it was a fun character. I thought it was pretty cool. I actually, like, for a split second, did sort of like, oh no, when she bit Jake. I mean, I knew he's gonna be okay, obviously, but at the same time, I was sort of like, oh wow, they're gonna get out of that one. I love that reason. Just so I put all my guts and everything into the thumb. And, the only other thing I can think of is that again, just one of the nice things about what kind of nice characters they are is that whenever they were traveling, like, I guess because Jake can change in anything, like, he's constantly covering the rain for Finn, and, like, when he's cold, he'll, what was that, his ear to, like, use as a blanket, so, like, just, that's nice. I mean, it's like, for all the really weird extreme stuff in this show, like, it's still really nice. It's really, like, just pleasant, and everybody's, like, really close and friendly. It's just, I don't know, it's cool. It's very upbeat, which I really like.
Having his home stolen twice and Finn getting all upset, you know, Jake just says, no, home is where your heart is, and you know, we're together, and he's like, you know what, you're right. Screw this, that's fine, you can steal our second home, I'm with Jake. And it's only when she says, well, then I'm going to take Jake. Jake is now mine, that he really gets upset. And then he fights back. Yeah, it's really nice to see that home is a great thing, but friendship's more powerful than that.
Yeah, I mean, the place is exactly that, a place, as long as you have what's really important around you.
Yeah.
You know, good friends, not things, that's the important, yay, lesson for the day.
This episode also introduces fan favorite Marceline. Marceline is one of those that you'll see a lot of cosplayers as her, and she's definitely a fun character, especially as time goes along.
You know, I've gone to a lot of cons. I haven't noticed, but in all honesty, a lot of that might be that the cosplay is sort of it looks very basic. I mean, it's like just sort of like a tank top, jeans, and like maybe some vampire teeth. That's about it. So maybe that's it. It's like that could be just a normal con goer, honestly. So maybe that's why. Now I'm gonna keep an eye out for it because the other ones like Bubblegum and Finn and so it's like you can tell. It's like, oh yeah, they stand like a sore thumb. Yeah. But. No, that's actually one of the characters I was hoping, like, you see her in the opening credits, so I'm assuming, yeah, she's coming back. But, that's why I was like, no, like, That was fun. I wouldn't mind seeing that character come back. But Tree Trunks was the one I was happy to see again. That was the one I'm like, yay, Tree Trunks! Even if she had no line. But where did she come from? Do they ever explain it?
Actually, that's the thing. A lot of people like to tear apart shows for continuity errors and whatnot, and I know I've heard people talk about it, that, oh, this show was originally supposed to be put out before this one and all that stuff, like timeline-wise. I have no idea any of that. But yeah, this is technically a continuity error.
Okay.
Where, yeah, I don't know why Tree Trunks is there. If that's even Tree Trunks? I mean, it looks like it's just the only elephant.
That was friggin' Tree Trunks. They had, got a close-up of her, too.
Yeah.
That was friggin' Tree Trunks.
But yeah, that's definitely a continuity error.
And she was in the credits, even though she had no lines. It actually said so-and-so as Tree Trunks.
Oh, I didn't see that, actually.
Yeah, no, it was in there. I did see that. So, even though she didn't say anything, so it's really weird. Maybe it's just to piss off the continuity people even more.
That's possible.
No, I did hear one or two things because I guess the first episode I saw a lot of people say no, technically that wasn't the first episode. There was a pilot that explained a little bit more or something like that. And I was hearing that too. Some episodes are shown not in the order that was
in
intended.
Kyridian's supposed to be the first episode after the pilot.
Yeah, that's the other one I heard.
And I just go off of how just looking online or the DVD, it says this is the order that they're in. That's kind of how I go. And if people want to bitch and moan about continuity and all that stuff, I just say it's a kid's show.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like it's pretty, it's totally drenched in randomness anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if it gets more into, a cohesive story or whatever, but it's as of now, it's just random, fun, goofy, yay, kind of stuff. So I don't think it's anything to get, that obsessed over.
It does get to a cohesive story, but there's always episodes in there that are kind of goofy and fun. Another continuity error, if you really want to look at it, was from my two favorite people, where Finn holds up his hands and he's got 5 fingers. When normally he has just 4 fingers.
Oh, really? Oh, I didn't notice that.
It's a small little continuity error that, people can gripe about, and you're welcome. Giving people more stuff to gripe about. I love
go, comments, go!
I love the show, but continuity errors happen in everything, so...
Yeah.
It's a kid's show.
The one other thing I'll ask about before wrap up here is that I'm starting to really look at the title cards, and some of them really make sense. Some of them are oh yeah, that's what the episode was about. But then others I was just thinking back to the Boom Boom Mountain one. The title card is just them looking at a duck. I'm what? And and I know I'm sure that's whatever, one of the ducks that they use to tie to the hands and punch people and stuff. But it's why that? And I guess I'm wondering, do you know at all, is there anything to the title cards where it's some really connect or some really random, and even just the layout of it sort of looking like an old comic book, do they ever sort of go more into that, or is it just you don't really know?
You never really know. I mean, you're right. Some of the title cards are dead on. You know exactly kind of what's going on, or it plays into it. But yeah, with that one,
maybe, a duck.
Maybe it is one of the ducks, maybe that's all it was. I don't know, honestly.
How'd that go again? Okay.
Yeah.
Somebody make a gif of that. Just him going, wah, wah. Yeah, there's going to be a couple now at Facebook. They're going to be here's 5 of those gifs. So,
thanks a lot.
So, yeah, I'm trying to think any other, I like the Marceline character. I like the episode. I like the little fight they had at the end. I like that weird song in the middle that I think is sung by the creator, because I know he did the opening song. It sounds a lot like.
Yeah, it does sound like Pendleton Ward, but I could be completely wrong, to be honest. I'm not one of those fans that sits there and looks up credits, and I just enjoy the damn show.
Unless it's Tree Trunks, I looked that up. But yeah, so no, good episode. Anything else you got?
No, I'm good.
Okay, cool. So we will see you next Adventure Time.
My glass